Today, viewers, we're going to be looking at a player which I kind of see, even from his starting attributes at the age of just 20 years of age, a really complete forward. I'm curious on your opinions. Right away, when you see this player, let me know down in the comments. What position do you think is best for this guy? Welcome to the Mega Loot Gaming channel. Thank you for joining me today on this player spotlight. And the reason why I asked you that is there's been a lot of news coming out about this game and that the player roles aren't a familiarity. It's based on the attributes that this player has and how this player can obviously play, which can obviously change depending on how their attributes lie. And it's more down to the manager to decide what attributes they want to kind of manipulate in the game throughout using the player role. So I see this guy as a complete forward. We're going to be testing that in different positions going forward throughout this simulation. We're also going to be looking at player traits during this because it's something that I'm going to be doing a video on because I'm very interested on how much this takes effect. And the player we are actually using doesn't have any player traits from the off. So it'd be nice to see if we add more and more, whether throughout his development he scores more and more goals, whether it seems to make any impact whatsoever. And a big thank you to Jeff Gayton, one of my simulators in my Discord, which you can join, link down below by the way, for helping me simulate this season. And they're going to be hard at work simulating different player spotlights and scenarios and experiments once the new game is full release in just a day's time. So I'm excited. Like the video, subscribe. Let's have a look at this player. So viewers, we are at Nice in France and we are looking at Armin Gouiri. Now, this guy, I've always liked this guy for a few years now on Football Manager, and I'm sure you guys have heard of him before. He started off in Lyon's youth lineup, and he now has signed for Nice for £6.5 million this season. As you've already seen, we've already started the season here. I wanted to give it a little bit of a test before we went ahead, and it seems to be good. 4 goals so far in 7 games. This player, like I mentioned, he seems to be what I would class as a really good complete forward in the future. I mean, we can't actually see his role there. Maybe if we go down and have a look somewhere else, we can see exactly what we are talking about. We've got him training as advanced forward here, but this is what I'm curious with. A lot of other attributes are almost there or thereabouts for a complete forward, and that's what I like to see. As you can see as well, player traits, he had none to begin with. We're starting off with training with likes to try to beat offside trap. As a striker, always a good one, right? We've had a good start to the season because we are predicted to finish in 7th place. We're currently sitting in 3rd, but of course we have the likes of PSG, Monaco. As you can see there, those teams above us, which are very good in this league. It's going to be difficult to finish above them, but what I'm really interested in is how he does. So first off, we're going to skip 2 seasons and see how he gets on. I'll tell you what as well, if you manage to hit 300 likes on this video, because we stepped off the like targets a few days ago, 300 likes on this video, we'll have a video every single day, including at least 2 more player spotlights this week. From this time, we have the editor, so we can dive into some really cheap player spotlights. I'm excited. Okay, viewers, we are at the end of the 2nd season here, 2022. And as you can see, Nice are actually doing quite well. We're finishing in 4th place, higher than what we were anticipated a couple of seasons before. Armin Gouiri is the top scorer of the team, and that's fantastic. And look how good he already is, viewers, because at 22 years of age, he does start the game at 20 years of age. Now, I picked this player because I think he has a fixed potential. I don't think he has a potential range, which is the reason why we are going with slightly older players throughout the beta. And when we have the addition of the editor, we can then dive in, viewers, and have a look at the player ranges, which I'll mention a little bit of a description of the player ranges somewhere on the screen as we look at this man. So progress-wise already, we're looking fantastic. I'm happy with how he's doing. Some of these attributes are getting better and better. Season-wise, though, he's had 2 fairly decent seasons for the stature of Nice in the French League. 6.6 both times on the average rating. He's got 2 assists both seasons. Only 1 player of the match, which does kind of baffle me as a goal scorer. You'd think he probably would have more player of the matches, but fair enough. 16 goals in 38 games is nothing to wipe tears with. Now, 13 the season before, it's not great, but it's still not terrible. And he does score 19 throughout the whole season, 21 throughout the second season. Now, I am curious to see whether he is up there in the top scorers of the league. He isn't. Mbappe there with 19, which means he is joint 6th place at the minute with 16. So far, so good. But we're going to make a big transfer now, viewers. We're taking him to PSG because I see that as kind of the most natural transfer for a player like Armin Gouiri, a young French striker who's just about to reach his prime, would probably make from the French league. He'd probably end up going to somewhere like PSG when they just start stockpiling strikers. The likes of Icardi is almost too old. They have Neymar in his 30s and they need a new striker. Armin Gouiri would probably be that man in this kind of crazy world. So we've moved him to PSG. Let's take a look at his first season with the champions. Bang! Okay, we're top of the league by 10 points. You will notice some incredible names, including Cristiano Ronaldo, who is at PSG. They actually signed him here on a free transfer after his contract at Zebra has expired. He's still rather good as well, and obviously legendary striker. He's 38 now, and he's still scoring the goals. 35 in 37 games, viewers. Ridiculous stuff. But he is not the man we're here to look at. Oh, no, no, no. And we slightly changed the tactic here, viewers. Let's see. Because the tactic we are playing, we are throwing it back to the Phantom Menace. One of the best tactics that we found, or definitely I used, in Football Manager 20. And we've brought it back. And it still seems to be working. So anyone who used the Phantom Menace can probably agree. But look at this tally as well. Hot on the heels, the legendary striker Cristiano Ronaldo, and sharing a strike partnership with him is our man Armin Gouiri. Now he is still roughly around about the same as what he was before, what I think is a very good complete striker, but I think complete striker is now there as this kind of like secondary thing. So that's what I mean is familiarity roles not necessarily true, but he's gaining attribute points, which means that complete forward would suit him better. Okay, so player traits, we have given him placed shots, likes to beat offside trap, and he likes to lob the keeper. 3 really good player traits there. And technique-wise, very good. That's the reason why we went for placed shots and lob the keeper. Beats the offside trap because he has decent anticipation at 14, and he's not too slow. He's quick enough to be able to make a bit of an influence on that. At 23 years of age, though, in his first season at PSG, we signed him for 9.5 million. Ignore that. It's just so that we can, you know what I mean. 23 goals in the league, 7 assists, 7.14 average rating, but 42 goals in total. He scored 15 goals in 11 games in the Champions League, and he got 17 assists in total, and that's probably because he's up front with the legendary striker, Cristiano Ronaldo, and he has Mbappe on one wing as well. So, competition-wise, we're not going to focus too much on it, but quarter-final, they're not dead by Leon. Of course they were, and they won both of the other competitions in the Cups. Not bad. He is also the top scorer in 2 of those competitions, alongside Ronaldo there. So, I think his first season in Paris, not bad. Now, we have skipped another season, viewers, so we are now in the 3rd season at PSG, and I believe this is the 5th season in total. Again, we win the league very comfortably. Mbappe is up there, but we have the most assists with Armin Gouiri, 20 assists, and that is what I mean by a complete forward. He has the passing ability, he has the attributes to make a difference in creating goals as well as scoring them, and that's what I like about this player the most. And anyone who's probably used him in the last few games will probably agree as well. And by few games I mean FM19, 20 and 21, because that's how long he has been decent on this game. A lot of people still don't talk about him that much, but I highly rate him. And then we can see here like 15 vision, although he only has 12 passing, that 15 vision is going to help massively. Good composure, anticipation, decision making is decent. All the physical attributes are fantastic. We've also added now another player trait of runs with the ball through the centre. We want to make sure he is piercing the defence. I'm unsure about that one, but I'm happy to keep it there just for this kind of experiment. But you might have noticed already, viewers, down the bottom here, but we will take a look. That's some 2 seasons, right? So, in the league, viewers, he played 36 games, but he scored 2 more goals than he played games, because he scored 38 goals in those 36 games, and he got 15 assists. He got 15 assists, as well as 38 goals. And in total, throughout the whole season, he kind of slacked off a little bit, viewers, in cup competitions and in continental cups. Because he played 50 games in total this season and he only scored 50. Poor, I know. He also managed to pick up 20 assists and 8 player of the matches, 6 in the League 1. So, that is fantastic. And the season before, he had 41 goals in total with 50 appearances. So he just keeps getting better and better. And I think we would agree here, that kind of, he's probably just getting used to the role, isn't he? He's getting used to playing alongside these superstars and fitting in. And my word, is he fitting in. He is valued at £66 million. If you're trying to get him from PSG, you're probably going to have to spend a lot of money. But my argument is that he's £66 million. Let's take a look at how much he actually costs at the start of the game. Now, the reason why I'm showing you how much he costs in the middle of the video is because a lot of times I show people how much this player costs and they switch off because they're not interested. So, now I have your attention, now I have you intrigued. This player will cost you, at the start of the game, £7.5 million. That's it. £7.5 million. If you have 40% profit of next sale. But if you take that off, I guarantee you'll be negotiating for less than £10 million. And that, for a player which is now worth £66 million, and in the French League scoring ridiculous amount of goals, more goals than he's actually playing games. Put him in the Premier League, it won't probably be as much, but it will still be a high amount. And for the player that you're looking at with those attributes, well, that's £7.5 million, right? And this is what I mean by a player like this, because you can play him on the left, you can play him in behind the striker, because he has those attributes which develop into kind of a complete striker. If you want him to be the focal point of your attacks and scoring the goals, he can do that. If you want someone else to do that, but also have someone who's deadly if needed, but also supplies that person you have as your number one striker, it looks like he can do that role too, because that's exactly what he's doing here with Kylian Mbappe, who still has the most goals, and Gori is still scoring more goals than games, and he's getting so many assists. Phenomenal stuff. And it's at this point, viewers, I just want to say, if you want early access to videos like this, the patreon.com/Megaloot Gaming, the link down below if you want to have a look. Just $4 a month, and this video, this type of video, all of these videos in the future will be on there for early access, providing you are at the $4 tier or above. And as well, of course, we are also streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/Megaloot Gaming. Youth to Gold will be starting very soon once the game is out and we finish our second season with Eintracht Frankfurt. By the way, how great has that series been? Oh, what a lofted pass. Oh, Rezo's in. He's chipped the keeper, viewers. And that is how you end the season on a high. 5-1. Matthias Arezzo, the 18-year-old, is played through and has the audacity to chip the goalkeeper. Bernat with a volleyed through ball. And Arezzo lobs the goalkeeper. That is insane. So I'll see you on Twitch. The link for patrons down below. Join the Discord. Yada, yada, yada. You want to see his final year? Let's show you. So in his final season at PSG, he is the top scorer of PSG. And we won the league, of course we did. Amine Gouiri, 51 goals. How many games did it take him to score that many? And look how good he is. So many 15s, so many 16s. And he's still classed an attacking midfielder. How? How? He is just by far just such a very good striker. I want to see his progress before we have a look at the amount of goals. I'm just curious at some of these. So a lot of 2s, a couple of 3s, a few 1s dotted around. And it just makes him just better and better as we're going forward. We stuck with just the 4-player traits, so that's fantastic. But we all want to see how many goals it was. 36 goals in 36 games, 10 assists, 4 player of the matches. A step off from last season, but still acceptable. In 53 games in total, he scored 51 goals and he got 18 assists. So far in his very young career, because he is still 26 years of age, so really this is his prime and his peak. 155 goals and 224 appearances with 44 assists. That's fantastic stats for someone who is just 26. Some of these years, you're looking at like Ronaldo, Messi years. Like 38 goals in 36 games is absolutely insane. So there we have it then. Let me know, viewers, what do you think of Amine Gouiri? Is it a player you've used before? Is it a player you'll be picking up in the future? Because for 7 million, 8 million really, That's so cheap, considering now he's worth £69 million. You have a complete striker who is a natural in 2 positions, and you can probably train to be in behind a striker. So many different roles you can put this player in, and he will perform and score you goals and get you assists. It's great stuff. Thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you to my simulators and especially Jeff for doing this one for me. And we'll have plenty more player spotlights coming forward, especially this week. Now that the full game is released, we can dive into some player ranges and have a look at some of the best, cheapest players in the game that you have never heard of. King Louis, unfortunately, Louis Montanu, the player we discovered last year, has moved to Fiorentina. It's time to find a new king for FM21. My name is Omegaloo. Drop a like on the video if you can. That will be fantastic. Please subscribe to the video if you haven't done so already. And guys, I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.